But I went to a bris recently. Okay, a couple people, but that oof is the appropriate. So anyone does not know what that is, that's the Jewish ceremony for circumcision, and it's performed in somebody's house. And I don't know why I went. So I didn't know what to expect because I had no frame of reference. So I expected it to at least feel medical. I'm like, if you walk in, there's going to be like a tented off area, a team of surgeons. But it's not like that at all. You walk in and it's a party. People are like eating cheese and crackers. They're drinking. There's music playing. Everyone's in a great mood. The baby was in a bassinet on the kitchen table. He was laughing, his little fat... And I'm looking at him like, you might want to lower expectations on this party, because your day's about to suck, little fella. And the guy who does the circumcising is called the moil. And I didn't know what that was, but as soon as you meet him, you kind of understand because he has such a creepy energy. He's like, hello, I'm the moil. And instinctively, you're like, yeah. I know what you do. Fuck off. But I wish I had asked him why he did that. Like, I really wish I had questioned him, because that's such an interesting job choice. Like, I get why you might want to be a priest or a rabbi, but why a moil? Like, I want to serve God, but I hate baby dicks. So the ceremony's about to start, and I'm asking somebody next to me, I'm like, well, where's the anesthesiologist? I'm assuming they're going to come in and put a little needle in his arm and knock him out. But the woman next to me goes, oh, he's too young for that. Oh, well, then he's too young for this. So what the moil does for pain management is he takes wine, and he dips his fingers in the wine, and he rubs the wine in the baby's mouth, on his gums, and on his lips. I think the thinking being that, like, the kid is so young that the alcohol will get him a little loopy, and he won't realize what's happening. But have you ever been that drunk? Where the next day you look down like, all right, wait a minute. Who mutilated my genitals? And it didn't work for pain management at all. Because I've heard babies crying before. This didn't sound like a baby's normal crying. This was a guttural, wounded animal sound. It haunted me. It was so big. It was like... I have a dick. Do you know what you need to do to it for me to go... I had a crazy, fleeting thought of just grabbing the kid and running out the front door, which I didn't do because I figured it would be too hard to explain to the police, while you're running down the shoulder of the road carrying an infant with a bleeding penis. Oh, it's okay, he's a rescue. Now, my friend is not Orthodox Jewish. He's just Jewish, but he's not hardcore. But does anybody know, in the ultra-Orthodox ceremonies, how the moil will remove the blood from the penis? With his mouth. Cleaning the blood off the baby's penis with his mouth. I'm all for freedom of religion. But if there's any part in your religion which says it's okay to put a baby dick in your mouth, you gotta delete that at this point. I don't want to hear, well, it's tradition. Bullshit. The Catholic priests have been trying to find that loophole for centuries. And the fact that it's a 5,000-year-old tradition, doesn't that kind of work against why it should be allowed today? Because if it started 5,000 years ago, that means technically there was a first moil to do it. What do we know about that guy? How do we know he was divinely inspired? Maybe he just got caught and was a quick thinker. Maybe somebody walked into the back room. What the hell are you doing? Oh, it's cleaning the blood off it. Why don't you just use a cloth? Why don't I just use a cloth? God, crazy. I'm like, Lord, what shall I do? He said, suck that baby's dick. I'm like, all right. I think what it made me realize, I have no kids, but I don't know if I could circumcise my son. My daughter, yes. But I don't know if I could... well, just so she doesn't disgrace the family. I don't know if I could do it. I mean, I am circumcised, by the way, just to answer your question. And I'm not mad at my mother and dad for circumcising me. I mean, I know it's Western culture, and we just, whatever, it's what you do. But if I could choose in adult life, I would choose to be uncircumcised. Just because I think sex would feel better. Because, when you're uncircumcised, the head of your penis is, like, protected. It's not rubbing on the inside of your jeans or the back of someone's knuckles on the subway. I don't know what your life is like. Yeah, so I kind of wish I was still uncircumcised. Here's something I'll tell you. Every man who is circumcised has wondered what we'd look like if we weren't. We've all done the experiment, which is when you're in a full-length mirror and you're nude, and you take the skin of your penis, and you roll it forward, and you let it go, and you watch the skin kind of just go back to where and you do that for an hour, hour and a half. And I've had women make odd remarks about me because I am circumcised. But I've had women go like, I'm so glad that you're circumcised. One girl goes, oh, God, uncircumcised dicks are so ugly. I'm glad that you're circumcised. And that kind of offended me a little bit because, first of all, I was born that way. And second of all, like, are you really in a position to criticize genital appearance? I mean, you ever looked at your clitoris? It's not exactly a work of art. It's got that little fleshy hood that you got to peel back and just kind of stares at you like the Grim Reaper. No personality whatsoever. At least an uncircumcised dick has a personality. You fluff it up a little bit, it just kind of pulls, hey, how are you? Leaking pre-cum. Do you know how amazing it is? That's a dick communicating with you. That's a dick winking. That's the wink of a dick, the pre-cum. The clit, nothing. I mean, you lick it, you rub it, 45 minutes, nothing. The same stupid... And you're like, I give up. Is this thing on the spectrum? I'm not getting any reaction out of this at all. It's like trying to make a palace guard laugh. But the woman next to me goes, oh, he's too young for that. Oh. Well, then he's too young for this.